Welcome back to another SJHL season preview on SJHL.ca and across the SJHL social media platforms. And of course, all of our season previews this year and our coaches' conversations throughout the 2023-2024 SJHL season are presented by Saskatchewan Construction Safety Association. And today we are pleased to be joined by the head coach and the general manager of the Estevan Bruins, Jason Tatarnik. Jason, thanks so much for taking the time to join us today. Really appreciate it. How's it going?
Oh, thanks for having me, Jeromy. Yeah, things are going well. It's back into the swing of things. So it seemed like this summer was shorter than the previous summer. So I guess we're right back at it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hockey season's just around the corner. Before we start talking about the 2023-2024 season, let's reflect a little bit about last season for your hockey club. A 6th place finish in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League standings, but winning another division crown, but then ultimately suffering a heartbreaking loss in the first round of the playoffs to the Flin Flon Bombers. When you look back at last season, Jason, how do you reflect on it?
Yeah, it was kind of we started off real slow. We were a little bit late in the recruiting process. So we kind of started behind, but we kind of found our way as it went on. And I was pretty happy for our group. We were a little bit younger, especially on the back end. But, I thought we had a good core. And I think, when we lost Alex Blanchard, that was hard on our team and our group. But, come playoff time, we thought we had a chance to make some noise and try to get through a round or two. And unfortunately, just came up short in Game 7.
For sure. And obviously, last year, your hockey club is coming off a year where you hosted the Centennial Cup, obviously winning an SJHL championship. But the fact that you guys come back with a younger group, still able to win a division title, overall, you must be pretty happy for that younger group to get that experience and also experience, winning a division crown.
Yeah, definitely for our defense core. You can see what a year has done for them, just in confidence and speed and poise. And, they've come back with, a good mindset. So you can see it in that group already that they're anxious to get going and they feel good about themselves. And that's good to see. When guys come back, you just want to see how their summer was in training wise and, how much confidence they gained just playing from last year. So it looks good so far, but as we all know, we don't know until the regular season starts. So we'll see when that comes up. We'll see how good the transition was for them.
For sure, no doubt about it. For you personally, now in the off season on the recruitment front, how was it for you and your staff?
Yeah, I think all coaches. I'm sure when every fan watches all these interviews, everyone's going to be pretty happy with what they have and what they've done. But same thing, you just never know. And, the proof's when the regular season starts and probably around midway season, around December, you have a real good sense of where you are. But I think for us, for our off-season recruiting, I think Blake Heward is, a pretty big piece in that. Same with Felix Allard. And then we made a trade for Liam Bell. So those are 3 20-year-olds on the back end that we feel bring experience and, it can be a pretty strong core for us. And then up front, we did a few things. Unfortunately, Tristan Dussault won't be able to go till probably November around there. We'll have to wait and see. He suffered an injury at his Q camp. So overall, we're happy with the recruiting. And we still have some pieces that are going to make their way here at some point. So it's going to be an ongoing process, but we don't want to make a lot of changes because we're pretty happy with the group that we have right now. So, and we want to give them an opportunity to run with it for a while.
For sure. Now, it's interesting. Out of all these coaches' interviews that I've done, you are the first coach and team to have actually had their training camp so far. And I want to ask you, you've had your training camp and, preseason is just around the corner for your hockey club. But when you look at your team right now on paper, where do you think the strength of this hockey club is?
That's a good question. I don't know if I can answer for you, though. I think I guess you have to start in net. You have Cam Hurley at back, and you have Jackson Miller, who we thought made great strides last year. You look at the one game where he shut out the Battlefords 5-0. So I think those two are definitely the building blocks for us, and it'll be good because Jackson will get more playing time this year, so that kind of lessens the load on Cam, and he doesn't get worn out or there's always wear and tear on goalies and their bodies. So I think obviously with those two, that's probably the starting point that we'll build on and go from there.
For sure. When you look at your returning players, is there a couple of guys that maybe you look at when it comes to, how you saw them a bit last year that you maybe expect to take a bigger step this season for your hockey club?
Yeah, I think, you can start with Keegan Little. He's been with the team for a while now. And when he came back from Briarcrest last year, he just, he was pretty dominant for that stretch. And I think he's a guy that, for us, he's our leader, and he's gonna have to lead, and we're gonna rely on him for some offensive numbers. And so we'll start with Keegan. I think everything kind of surrounds him, not so much surrounding on everything's pressured on him, but then you have Owen Barrow and Gabriel Filion, Ilya Chmielewski, Kalora, Zaziko. So there's a good group coming back there, and you throw in Wilson, Tatarnik, and I'm sure I'm missing some names, but we have a really good core coming back, and we're just hoping that they take the next step in their progression, and so as 19-year-olds, that should make us a stronger hockey team than we were last year.
For sure. And finally, Jason, with a strong returning group and, of course, all the acquisitions you made during the offseason, by the sounds of it and the tone of your voice, it seems like there's pretty high expectations for the Estevan Bruins this season.
Yeah, I think every team has high expectations. As everyone's their goal is to win a championship. Every team's goal is the same. So, that's our goal, and as it should be. And we know we're going to face 11 other teams that have the same goal, so it's not going to be easy. But I don't want to say we're super confident or we think we're going to be really, really strong. But we like where we are. We like that. We like our returning group from last year, and I think we'll be better this year than we were last year. But again, it's a tough league. It's a strong league. It's competitive. You have to show up every night. So it's a hard league, a hard championship to win. So it's going to be a tough grind for all of us in the SJHL this year, because everyone does a very good job. So it should be fun and exciting for all the fans.
For sure. And the grind begins on September 22nd. Jason, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it. And best of luck with the 2023-2024 season.
Thank you. And I hope all the SJ fans have a great time watching the league this year.